guys, my name is Priscilla Elias and today I'll tell you what I use for editing my photos right after the intro. Throughout the last couple of years, I've talked to many photographers, professionals and amateurs about the editing process. What software do you use for editing? Why do you use that? This is easier, this is better, and so on. The point is, there are different opinions on that. Each person has their own preferences. And to me, even though I started with Photoshop and I tend to keep the softwares and hardwares I'm used to as it usually saves me time, nowadays I'd say I use Lightroom more than Photoshop, even though in some aspects they have different purposes and characteristics. So I started out editing in Photoshop about 10 years ago. I'm not an editing expert, but all the skills I gained I did in Photoshop. When Lightroom came out, I said, nope. No way. I didn't really want to look at it as I was happy with Photoshop. But the thing is, I had heard from other photographers it was great for basic editing, and when I started working as a professional photographer about 2 years ago and I started having a lot of photos to deliver, I thought, well, why not? So I downloaded the software and decided to learn how to use it. Not hard at all. In 2 weeks, I could do the basic editing, such as color and light correction, so much faster than I did in Photoshop. I loved how easy it was just to paste the settings and how it was easy to have all the images open and stand in one by the other, how I could easily export them all together in the format I wanted, how easily I created presets, contact sheets to send my clients, and so many other simple features I did not find so easy and fast to do in Photoshop. From then on, I only used Photoshop for more advanced editings. I really think Photoshop is much better for editing skin, getting rid of unwanted elements on the background, creating light or special effects, and so on. So from then on, I did all the basic editing in Lightroom, and when I wanted some specific or advanced changes or corrections on the photo, then I used Photoshop. So maybe you want to know, okay, but what's your favorite one? If you had to go with one, which one would it be? And my answer is both. Not what you wanted to hear, right? Anyways, I'll explain. I certainly spend much more time in Lightroom than I do in Photoshop nowadays. If I edit photos from an event, for example, weddings, parties, corporate reunions and stuff like that, I most likely only use Lightroom, with some rare exceptions. But when I do portrait sessions or all kind of product photography, I'd say I spend more time in Photoshop than in Lightroom. Or maybe it would be like 50-50. The point is, for events, I usually mainly want to tell a story. It doesn't matter if there was a car or people in the background, or actually it does matter. I don't want them deleted. The people in the background are part of that story. They were there, and when someone looks back at that photo, he or she will remember who else was there that day, what was going on, where they were, if it was packed with cars, if it was full of people, who were these people, if people were laughing, if people were serious, what were they eating, if people were serving food, and so on. I don't need to clean or create anything. The truth, the story is what matters, and Lightroom is perfect for that. I fix the basics, no further adjustments are usually needed. On the other hand, if I shoot a portrait session, usually what I'm after is something epic. The best look, the best smile, the best spot, and no interferences on that. I don't want people in the background. I don't want a sign on the background. I don't want trash on the floor. I mean, okay, it might still be the truth, but the purpose with these photos is not to show how an environment looked when I went out to shoot. It is to show that person on its best shape, in a nice place that had everything to do with what she or he had in mind. That's it, no distractions. So that's when I end up going to Photoshop. Get rid of what doesn't matter, create whatever is necessary to complete what may be missing. Maybe a sunset, some lights, maybe change one side of the background on the photo so it'll look symmetrical, get rid of pimples, stuff like that. And what about you? What do you use for editing? Do you have a favorite software? Let me know in the comments below what it is and why you like it. I would love to know your point of view, and maybe I also have some cool insights to maybe improve the way I edit my work. So thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also click the notify button so you will know when I release new videos. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!